Throughout the Bible, we see examples of God guiding his people through prayer. Abraham's servant prayed for guidance in finding a wife for Isaac, and God directed him. Genesis 24. The early church prayed for direction in appointing leaders and sending missionaries. Acts 13, 2-3. Today, prayer continues to serve as a compass, pointing believers to the path that aligns with God's will. Prayer as a source of peace and comfort. In a world filled with stress, fear, and uncertainty, prayer provides a refuge. The Apostle Paul teaches in Philippians 4:6-7, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This peace is not dependent on outward circumstances, but flows from the assurance of God's presence. When believers pray, they hand over their burdens to the one who has the power to carry them. Countless Christians testify that in their darkest moments, whether in sickness, grief, or persecution, prayer sustained them and filled them with a peace that human reasoning could not explain. Prayer helps in overcoming temptation and sin. One of the greatest battles in the Christian life is the struggle against temptation. Jesus warned his disciples in Matthew 26-41, "Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Prayer strengthens believers against sin because it keeps their hearts aligned with God's will. Jesus himself demonstrated the power of prayer in overcoming trials. Before beginning his ministry, he spent 40 days in prayer and fasting. Matthew 4. Before going to the cross, he prayed in Gethsemane, surrendering to the Father's will. Luke 20-42. Christians are called to follow this example, using prayer as a shield against temptation and a weapon in spiritual warfare. Ephesians 6:12-18. Prayer as intercession for others. Prayer is not only personal, but also communal. Christians are called to intercede for others, bringing their needs before God. Paul frequently prayed for the churches he wrote to. Ephesians 1:16-19. Colossians 1:9-12. In 1 Timothy 2:1, he instructs believers, "I urge then, first of all, that petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people." Intercession reflects Christ's love, for he himself intercedes for believers at the right hand of the Father. Romans 8:34. Through intercession,